not here at Santa Anita, but at Fair Hill, Maryland, the richest steeplechase ever. Right now, Don Criqui is standing by for a preview of the $250,000 Breeders' Cup Steeplechase.
Welcome to the rolling hill country of Northeast Maryland, an elegant setting, nearby to famed Winfield's Farm, home of the legendary sire Northern Dancer. We're at Fair Hill Race Course, built 52 years ago by William DuPont. Its serene and simple beauty has been maintained without change. But today, Fair Hill comes alive as it celebrates its biggest event, the inaugural running of the Breeders' Cup Steeplechase. Good afternoon, everyone. Don Criqui with Richard Pitman, a former leading steeplechase rider in Britain, now a racing commentator for the BBC. It has been said that in the equine world, the steeplechase horse is the best athlete. He needs durability and jumping ability in addition to speed. How do they differ from the California horses we're watching?
Well, basically, these are much older horses. They've been through the mill. And also, they're geldings. If you leave them in their entirety, they get too clever for this game. They've got to keep racing. When the stitch hurts them, jump and run.
It is a most interesting international field. Horses coming from 5 countries to run today in the inaugural Breeders' Cup Steeplechase, but there is one scratch from today's race, and that is the favorite Flatterer. Joining us now is the owner of that fine horse, Bill Pape. Bill, what actually happened to Flatterer? This was a last-minute development.
Well, Don, this morning when we took him out of the stall, he was lame behind, and what actually is wrong at this time, we don't know.
But he will not run, unfortunately.
Definitely not, no.
And he went out as an odds-on favorite, at least in the early line. It is still an outstanding field, and Richard previewed some of the horses.
Census, now the hope of America, big, strong, and handsome. This horse moves well. Look at the power in his front shoulders and in his hindquarters. He looks good. Gacko from France, relaxed here, but when he gets on the racecourse, he explodes. He's quite a time bomb and very proud. Just watch the way that leg stride. He covers a lot of ground. He looked good to me. Kesslin from Great Britain had one run in the USA and won. Although he wasn't quick at his jumps, he came home by 8 lengths. He was striding away and is ready for today. From the same stable is Pontaloo, this horse bought in Argentina. Well, he's running very well, but look at the movement. He spreads over this fast ground, and that's what they need to be able to do. They've got a bit of jar there.
A high-power field of jumpers it is, Richard, and the course they'll run is an equal match. A very formidable challenge awaits.
2 miles and 3/8 run over 16 fences. They'll all be together over those first 2, a tight bend into the back straight, and they'll be jockeying for position. But as they come round to 7, if they're still there, they've got it all to do again. On to 8 and 9 and past the finishing post, but now they'll start to move up to the lead. And I think as they come to 14, 15 and 16, it's a fight to the finish, and who knows what will have unraveled on the way round.
The field of 11 is now approaching the paddock area. We're about 1/2 hour from post time. We'll be back for the inaugural running of the Breeders' Cup Steeplechase.